Welcome back, folks. God damn, it feels good to be back with you. Thank you for joining us on another Wednesday morning, afternoon, wherever you are, here on the East Coast or the West or on a different continent, multi-continental, for the group ride that took place just the other day. It was awesome. We had a blast with you guys, so thank you for joining us here on the Voice of Onewheel from TTR Studios. Big show today. We've got... Okay, first of all, my saved videos are completely full. I don't know if I'll have enough time to get to all of them, but you guys have been sending me some stuff here at the studio. Clyde has been compiling everything as it's been coming in. Today's jam-packed. Schuyler Ortega is going to join us from the Boston Riders. He's been doing a project that he's got a video that we can see, watch all together. Just highlighting what it's like looking at the cities right now in an unprecedented time where they are wide open. Something that you're not used to seeing in Boston, but we'll talk to him here in just about 5 minutes. So I do thank you for being here. I know you've got just, we're looking for something to do. And if this can help you find just that, well then, hey, that's all we're looking to do here. So thank you for joining us at TTR Studios, and let's have some fun. I want to get to what just happened really quick, just as a recap. Clyde went back into the archive of the 2-hour virtual group ride that took place. Man, that was unbelievable on Saturday. Had over 100 riders tune in, and guys, we have to do. Can we do this again? Like, it was, I think, just such a success. Just seeing the amount of people smiling, riding with selfie sticks, tuning in, writing us afterwards, writing us during. I mean, holy hell. It just seems like it really brought everybody together. And I think that it was an awesome idea by Nate Spuick from Forged, Lyle Spain with the Fairfax One Wheel crew. I was honored to be just a part of it. And I want to take you guys through just a couple of highlights that that Clyde put together for us, because there were a couple of funny things that happened, and I'm guessing you probably didn't have all 2 hours to sit with us. So there's probably a lot of people out there who, even though they took place, weren't able to watch the Zoom, watch, some of the 1,000 people that tuned into the live stream. Thank you for your time. That was amazing. We had multi-continents at this point calling in, and it was a lot of fun. Something happened at 34 minutes and 30 seconds. Let's see what that's about.
Doing and just kind of be part of an awesome community, man. So I appreciate it.
Thank you for tuning in, man. Love seeing you. Thank you. If you guys haven't already, follow McFly Guy One Wheel on Instagram. He's got some great content.
And it looks like a really cool place to ride out there. I mean, if you've got... Oh, no! Did it go down? Wait a minute! I lost him! I lost him! He went down! McFly, I know. No, that's not the first time that happened on the live stream. That actually took place in a couple other spots. But I want to go to the other timestamps that Clyde sent me. Very good. You're 1 for 1, Clyde. Yes, McFly Guy is okay. But a couple people, look, you've all been in this situation before where it's like, you're out riding, you're doing just fine, you never fall. You're a stud, you know what you're doing, until there's someone around to impress. You see a pretty girl. It's like the red dress, the girl in the red dress with the Matrix, that program that the guy made just to get you to lose your attention for just a second so that you can get caught. Yeah, exactly. That's what happens when there's always a girl in the red dress somewhere. And as soon as you see her and your thought starts going into what she's thinking of you, that's when you're no longer thinking about what you're doing, and that's when you send it. And so unfortunately, it happened to McFly Guy where he starts thinking about what's going on camera, and you saw what happened. But he was not the only one, and we're just glad that he was okay. Something happened at 2 hours and 1 minute. Geez, this was a long... Can that really be right? 2 hours, 1 minute, and 30 seconds. Okay, we'll see what happens. What's up, Clyde? I just want to say thank you to them. He reached out to me and was like, yo, we're all over this. This is, is a really cool idea. So thank you to them. Lemonade Float Co. Check them out on Instagram, just as it is. Lemonade Float Co. You'll see them. Yep. And they have some cool stuff, some challenges over there. Just cool dudes. That butter looks delicious, says the social media lounge. Very good. Let's go to Austin Stevenson. I feel like the time has come. Pause. This is Wendy Peppercorn's pool. Yeah, that's right. So from the Sandlot, this actually happened. One of our riders, Austin Stevenson, who's Sid Kane, by the way, in the social media lounge, was out riding by the pool from the Sandlot, the movie. Wendy Peppercorn, Squints. Let's see it. Corn. Austin, what's up, man? Let me get you on camera here.
Wendy Peppercorn, man. Here it is. This is the Fool. Like, do you see the iconic waves painted on the actual building?
Whoa.
Thing, man.
It's
all closed down right now, obviously, because of COVID. But usually this place is packed. It is absolutely insane. But it's still here. They have the new slide here. You can see just right in the frame there. That slide's pretty insane, but it's nothing like what was back in the Sandlot in the 90s and stuff.
So that was Austin Stevenson. Thanks again, Sid Kane. You are the man. It was cool just to see that. People were writing in from all over and just showing us what they were doing. Let's go to the next timestamp. 2 minutes. Wow, right there. 2 hours and 55. Let's see what's going on. I really miss having Belly in the studio. My goodness. 1:55. Here it comes. Not what I wanted. Okay, let's go to the next one. Clyde, you're 2 for 3. Let's go. 1 minute 12. 1 hour 12. Sorry, guys. I just want to get this. There was no real way to save these videos ahead of time, so let's just watch this one back together. Here you go.
Awesome.
See what happens. All right, Sean Anderson, you are the nicest person I've ever snowboarded. Oh, this is the best bail. This is the best. Okay, this is the best wreck that happened of all time on the stream. I forget who this dude is. It's not Sean Anderson. Let's see what happens.
Maybe we can go right now to One Wheel Mob then. How about that?
One Wheel Mob. Let's One Wheel Mob it. I love it.
Mob's got like a slash to the name though. He's got the beer in the hand, camera on him. Oh, yes. Oh, he's pouring it out. He's pouring it out for the people. Oh,
what?
Good.
You are unmuted, sir. What's going on, One Wheel Mobber?
Straight killing it out there. Look at this.
Please be careful.
Yes, definitely be careful.
This fucking guy.
Sending it. Look at this. This is perfect.
That's how you get on camera right there.
Oh, man. Love the socks. Love the socks.
Nate, just describe what you're watching. Look at that. Like, this guy is sending it.
Yeah, so slamming some trails now, too. Look at this. Wow. I'm not sure if he can hear us.
He just launched the beer.
Oh, no, we made it.
Are you okay? Give us a thumbs up, dude. I need a thumbs up.
He's got the beer. He's got the beer. Oh, that was glorious. Absolutely glorious.
That was awesome. We had so much fun. If you took place in that ride, you know, you probably didn't get to see a lot of what was going on in the Zoom room. But here's an example. This is a guy that was riding around. I don't want to. It's just ERRORIK on Instagram. But this is a video of him riding and filming himself doing so while he was trying to be on the virtual chat. So I guess this is what it looked like for a lot of the riders out there. We realize the level of difficulty it is to, you know, film yourself, be a part of a Zoom chat doing so while you're also, by the way, riding on a self-balancing wheel in the middle of a trail somewhere. So the amount of effort that went into these, just a blast. And this is Eric. It looks like Eric. Here's a small clip from today's virtual ride hosted by Forged and the Voice of Onewheel TTR Studios, Fairfax One Wheel crew. Just a blast. We loved doing it. Thank you guys for being a part of it. Let's move on. I need Schuyler Ortega in here, so I'm going to call him on the phone. Let's see if we can do that. I got a new tune for you guys. Schuyler, I'm coming for you, homie. Social Media Lounge, tip it up and toast yourselves. What's up? Schuyler Ortega joins us from Boston. What's going on, man?
Not much. How's it going?
We got him on here. We're good. We're good. Happy to have you. Thanks for joining us. I know you're at work. So what is this that you've been putting together, this project that you've been working on, my friend?
Well, I want to preface this by saying time of day matters a lot, but Boston as a whole has been very quiet on the weekends, particularly in the mornings. It's an actual ghost town. So with me hoping that this is a once-in-a-lifetime thing that we have to go through with everyone staying home, I was trying to get into the city the last 2 weekends and document as much footage as I could legally and all that with my drone. And I worked this weekend to compile all that and put together a snapshot of what the city looks like early in the morning, which is not what it normally looks like at all.
How do you feel the level of anxiety through your veins when you're flying your drone through these tiny little archways and alleyways? Are you confident, or is there a little part of you that's like, oh?
It depends on where you are. So that shot between the buildings at the beginning, is the buildings are too tall to get a good satellite lock, so the drone goes into another mode that's really sketchy. So there's a reason they want you to always be able to see your drone when you're flying, and in the city it's pretty important because especially under here, I had another take on that where it just wanted to go left all of a sudden. So it's definitely a little more nerve-wracking when you're under buildings or have a lot of metal around you, but you know, it's worth it in the end because, again, you're getting this footage that I don't think, you know, again, I hope we never have the chance to get this footage again.
It's incredible footage, Schuyler, and we're all watching it on screen, and I just want to thank you for doing it, even though it makes me kind of feel a little bit eerie.
So I did roll through Boston at rush hour on Tuesday last week, and it looked like a normal summer day, right? The people that had to work were out. It was like a 60-degree day. There were people on the bike paths. The main roads are all pretty quiet, but people are out and about and not social distancing well for their, you know, in their free time, I guess. They're all using the same, you know, sidewalks and bike paths like usual. But the roads are the big thing right now because so I work in the aviation industry full time, and therefore I don't want my hobby / other side job to ever get me in trouble at my real job. So I fly by the letter of the law. I'm Part 107 certified with the FAA for commercial drone use and all that. And you can't legally fly over people or moving vehicles. And that's the big thing with the last couple weekends in the city where the roads are empty. You have no chance normally to get these kind of shots with people not, you know, out and about and the families out with strollers and, you know, people with dogs and all that. So, like, this is Newbury Street. This is a shopping center hub for Boston. And I was on that street for 10 minutes and didn't see a single car.
Now, was that the finish line for the Boston Marathon that we just saw?
Yep, same thing. You'd never get a chance normally to fly down Boylston. I was there for, again, same thing, like 15, 20 minutes, saw 1 or 2 cars the whole time.
That's crazy. So how are you feeling as a Boston, you know, rider out there? Like, you guys have a really strong crew. Are you missing your kids? You're not your actual children. Not your children. Sorry, not your children, but like your friend riders.
Yeah, no, I know what you mean. People keep wanting to organize rides, but we're, you know, trying to proactively say, hey, you know, go hit some trails or go ride by yourself. But, you know, we've postponed all group rides till it's safe, really, just because, you know, for me personally, it's hit really close to home. One of my, like my mentor at work and a good friend just got out of a 10-day coma, 10 days with a ventilator, and is still in the ICU recovering. Jeez. So it's like a perfectly healthy, normal guy. No idea why he got hit, no idea where he got hit by it, but he's been, you know, his whole family's been ripped apart with him being in the hospital. So it's been a little bit closer to home, I think, than maybe some others, but because of that, you know, we've been trying to be really smart ourselves about what we're doing.
So tell us what has, you know, made you really miss, what have you really missed the most, and what are you looking forward to getting back to once this is all over, man?
Well, we used to have a pretty good, strong, like, weekend riding crew, and, you know, we'd usually, there's, you know, I don't know, whatever, handful of loops in the city, and especially with the newer riders coming on board, you know, we had a couple clinic days last year, and we got a lot of new guys and girls that have joined the Facebook group that we haven't been able to meet, and they're all looking to, you know, do a trails class or just, you know, meet some people and all that, and we've had to postpone all that. So looking forward to kind of the social aspect of it, as well as, you know, kind of bringing the new people on board and helping them accelerate their learning.
What's been a challenge for you guys up there? I know in Boston it's starting to get to be the point where it's really your prime, beautiful season. Yeah,
and I think, you know, the warm weather is going to make people want to get outside more, which is obviously not necessarily safe yet. And I think, you know, Boston's put a curfew into place, and you know, the majority of people, even in the last 2 weeks, I'd say it was like 1 out of 30 people had a mask on, and then this past weekend it was like probably 90% of people I saw. So I'm hoping that, you know, the people are kind of taking this seriously as it looks like they are, and again, if you have to be out, wear a mask, and that only makes all this go away sooner.
Now, were you on the group ride, Schuyler?
I was not. So the unfortunate thing with this is I'm getting up at at about 4:45 to take off to get my time in the city. So I was at home taking care of a kid or taking a nap by the time the group ride started.
Let's see. One Woman, One Wheel says by the time by the time that we're allowed outside in Boston, it's going to jump to 90 degrees. Great.
Hey, I'll take it. It's not snowing, and I'll take the warm weather over the cold any day.
All right. Well, very good, Schuyler. It's been great to talk to you, man. You do a really good job. Anybody out there who's watching, this is his channel here. I've got it on screen. Just check him out. It's Schuyler, Ortega, Ortega.
Yeah, big props on the pronunciation as well. I know that it's not the usual spelling.
You're an OG, dude. You've been around, and I appreciate what you do, man. You do a great job. Thanks for joining us.
Hey, no problem. Thanks for having me.
Later, Schuyler.
Bye.
Good stuff, man. All right, so the phone lines are open all day today. If you are, for some reason, just caught in a world where you're like, man, I never get to call in, but I feel like calling in today. Boom, right there. There's the phone number, 571-354-7338. Why haven't you put it in your phone already? It would make it so much easier. I wouldn't have to say this all the time. 571-354-7338. Feel free to give us a call. I'd love to do it. We just renewed our Google Voice number, so it goes straight to the studio, even though you don't know our real number. Ha! Love it. So we've been having fun over here, coming up with some saved videos, and there's a ton of them. One of them that came out, some of the things that people are doing to pass their time and find a way to social distance, is practice on their own. One of the fun things about being on a one wheel is that it gives you a reason to try something again. You know, maybe you've been in a rut and maybe you've just been doing the same thing. You've got a 9-to-5, or you're just not even a 9-to-5. Nothing against the 9-to-5 job. It's just you feel like you've been doing the same routine. You haven't really pushed yourself in a long time. Finding a way to do new tricks on the one wheel is a great opportunity to push that feeling again and to push yourself and to show yourself that you can really do something. There's a lot to be said for showing yourself, wow, I did that. All right. I got to admit, I play the piano. I play it very well. And you would think, man, if I could play piano without even having to have music in front of me, if I could just sit down and play, I would do it all the time. Yeah, I agree. But you know what? Sometimes it's hard to motivate. And it really is. Like, I can do that, but it's hard sometimes. I don't know. I don't feel like it. I get lazy. I get in a rut. But the moment I force myself to do it, it's like, go sit down at the piano and remind yourself what you can do. Oh, man. Wow. Okay. Yeah, that is something to be proud of. All right, I am worthwhile. I am good at life. I am good at stuff. It's okay to remind yourself that you're good at something. And right now, if you're listening to this show, I'm guessing you're good at the one wheel. And if you're not, you're looking to get better. So here's somebody who's trying to do that, and a thing that you could be doing to try to improve some things. Black Blocks. Check this out.
What up? Thank you for checking out the channel. Thank you for joining me. Huge shout out to everybody and much love to all y'all. So today we got something super dope. This is a Black Block Raw slide block. It's built specifically for one wheels. I'm super stoked about it. We were the first order online, so we're one of the first people to have one. And we actually got two of them, but we just brought one up to the park.
So this is Colorado Caddy, C-A-D-I, Colorado Caddy, if you want to check him out on YouTube. And they just go through and they're just kind of messing around on this.
You don't have to find one at a parking spot and keep having to go back to that spot over and over again to ride this one block. This is perfect the way it is, and you can set it up anywhere. Yeah, and like I said, I'm still having a little bit of difficulty getting these nose slides down. I've only been riding one wheels now for a couple months.
So that's crazy. This guy's only been riding for a couple months, but he's out there. He's having fun. He's pushing himself. He's in the grass. I think that's a really good thing about it, where it's like, look, all right, some of these people who are worried about trying slides, it's like, I don't want to go to a parking lot and then have to grease up something or worry about falling on the concrete. This guy's just going into the grass and sending it. And I think that's a great idea. If you guys want to check this out, Black Blocks, they're over at blackblocks.rocks. Black Blocks is B-L-O-X, blocks, B-L-O-X. So it's blackblocks.rocks. But they're pretty cool, man. And it's just something to do. And another reason to push yourself and get out and riding. Something to do differently while you're all by yourself here in these quarantinis. Almost over, man. I'm not going to say that with confidence, but god damn, it feels like we're close. I don't know why. It just feels to me like things are starting to come back. I feel little inklings every day that like life is starting to come back, and I don't know if it's just hope from me, but I feel it. I don't know. Weddings are starting to book with me again. I went through like a 10-day period where I just didn't even want to open my email. There was no reason to. Just nothing was coming in. And just, man, like over the last couple of days, it's been like, things are coming in. Things are happening. And I hope that that can happen for you too. I hope that you see some source of life come back into your day, because it's just been so weird dealing with this. I know I had a guy that lives like, I don't know, 3 miles down the road. Shout out to Nate. Dude, dude just wanted to ride trails with me yesterday. And I was like, I don't think that's a good idea. I don't know. No, I don't know. And I feel like a dick doing that, but like, I'm not going to be comfortable riding right behind him or anyone. And I hate that. You know, I mean, why? I don't want to have to ask, like, well, have you been around people lately? Like, what's your deal? Like, have you been like really I hate that. And I really miss riding with my friends. I know Lyle's been riding, Marco's been riding a lot in the DMV group. I'm not going to name all of my friends that are riding, but you can probably do the same for yourselves, and you just miss everybody and you want to get back. But I want to stress that, like, this is the part where it does feel like things are starting to come back, where we're really going to be tested. Because we mentioned earlier where we were kind of in that like second quarter mode of a run, where the second quarter of a run is the worst. In the beginning, you're really pumped up, ready to go. Halfway through, everything's downhill from here. Third quarter, you're almost at the end. But that second quarter of the run, it's like, well, I'm starting to get tired. The road to the end is long. I don't want to do this anymore. That's where we were. Now we're in the next phase where it's like things are just starting to eke back. And we're going to, man, it's nice outside. People are asking us to ride trails and stuff. And it is hard. I mean, you're going to want to get out. And I'm not telling you not to, but just try. I would say what I'm going to do is try to be the most disciplined I've ever been right now in this time, because I'm so ready, man. I'm ready to just like, what does everybody want to do? Let's go. Let's go hang out. Happy hour. Let's do it. We're close. Let's not have to do this again. So just like hold strong. That's my one PSA for the day. If we can, just hold strong. Let's keep this going for just a little bit longer, and I really do think we'll all be better for it. What the hell else is going on? Do we have him? Is he coming in? Is it time for Belly? You guys want Belly in here? Let's get him. I need him in my life. I need him. Don't you go anywhere. Matt LaBelle joins us next. Oh, what is this?
His name is Billy the Cowboy. He's here from a town way out west. He's here to question the lynch dog and put his patience to the test. Yeah!
Billy the Cowboy joins us now on the Voice of Onewheel. How has quarantine life been for you, Billy?
Quarantine? What you mean about quarantine? I just got done robbing a bank. Oh, wait, don't tell nobody, though.
No, are you good? Are you on the lam, or are you in trouble?
Oh, I'm never wrong. I'm always in a good shape. You don't have to worry about me at all.
Well, that must have been easy for you. The quarantine, obviously, nobody's allowed outside, but you're just breaking that and you're robbing banks. You're taking time to just be all kinds of chaotic right now? Is that what you're doing?
No wonder no one was there today. In fact, there was no one in the bank at all, and there was not even any money in the bank. There's something called online banking now. I don't understand it, but wherever this online bank is, it's holding a lot of money. I'm going to get it.
Okay, well, you go find it. In fact, maybe we'll help you. I have an address for the online bank. It starts with www. I'll have to find it somewhere. Anyway, with all the quarantine that's
I only got to, where's that in the alphabet? I only got to, where's D? D is in
It's on 4th Street.
A, B, C, D, and then is it W after that?
Yeah, that's about right. What have you been?
Right.
So you're good? You're healthy over there? Nobody's been dropping like flies?
Well, no, nothing beyond normal dysentery and cholera and
so you're used to this.
Many despair. Doctors they treat you in all kinds of weird ways. You ever heard of this newfangled thing called tonic?
What is that?
Tonic, it cures all your ails. It's like a magical cure. It can cure anything. It's some guy told me about it, selling it from a wagon down the road.
Do you want to sip some tonic with me right now on air?
Tonic? Oh yeah, sure, absolutely. Let me see. Oh well, no, I don't have any tonic near me actually. I didn't buy one.
All right, well, good.
I thought he was spitting some kind of vile cheat thing, but I don't believe in wild things like that. If I'm going to take it, I'm just going to take it from him. I'm not going to buy it.
All right, well, I want you to get out of here and go get Matt LaBelle, my co-host, if you can. So Can you say goodbye to us if that's all right?
Let me go get him. I'll be right back.
All right, sounds good. Thank you, Billy the Cowboy. We'll see you soon. The way this works is I call Billy, or actually I leave him a text and I say, hey, it'd be great to talk to Billy the Cowboy. You think you can get him on the show today? And then he wakes up and has about 30 minutes to figure out what the hell he's going to say. But we're just glad that he's around because I wouldn't want to live without him. I don't want to live in a world without Billy the Cowboy. Billy, what's up, man?
What's up, man? How you doing?
I'm good. Is he gone? Are you good?
Yeah, he's gone. He's off to rob some other bank, I think.
Troublemaker.
Yeah, he's always out robbing, doing terrible things. At least he's keeping his face mask on, though.
Well,
gotta hide the face.
What are you doing in your riding? Are you riding with face masks?
Yes, and I think I may continue riding with face masks because while I was riding the other day, you could feel the big bug that hit right in the face mask, and I was like, that would have gone right in my mouth. Probably choked me out. Probably caused me to crash.
Do you low-key kind of enjoy a world with masks?
I low-key enjoy a world with masks as long as I brush my teeth every morning.
Tell me about it, dude. It's like, wow, is this really my breath? Damn, I got to work on this. I know. I agree with you. I'm not going to leave you on that limb. I know exactly what you mean. You're like, oh, fuck. Okay.
Oh, no. Let's go back. Go back home.
So you were on the virtual group ride. What was it like from your end?
Well, so I could never get into the virtual
get past the bouncer?
Group ride because it was always full of people. But it looked like a great time. I mean, everyone seemed to be having a boatload of fun. I was super jealous, and I was out riding. I probably did about 9 miles that day during the ride. So I was out and about. Otherwise, yeah, we did the DMV group had a fun happy hour last week, which was a great time. Good seeing everybody in the DMV One Wheel group, where we could all just hang out, have some fun. And
that was a lot of fun, Belly. I had a lot of fun doing that. It was just like 12 of us on a virtual happy hour, and I didn't feel like we were one wheel friends. I just felt like we were friends.
So we are, man. Just friends. Let's see what else. I'll tell you a little. So I'll tell you about this behind me. This is we can go for one thing in Belly's room that you could talk about. This right here is a poster for the Pawnee National Park. If you watch Parks and Rec, you know Pawnee. And you can see Ron Swanson, the canoe, little Sebastian, all this stuff. But the cool thing about this poster, it was bought for me for Christmas one year, and the proceeds for this poster went towards money for national parks. So it was a cool little gift I got from my sister and brother-in-law.
Fire all of these questions into the social media lounge. It's fantastic. What are your questions for Belly? I'm just going to rocket fire at him. Have you ordered your XR yet from Kevin Gilbert?
No, but I will. I'm a little unemployed at the moment, and yes, while I did get my certain stimulus, I would also gonna need me to maintain my financial structure until work again.
Can we spend our stimulus checks on not One Wheels? I pray that just put it into the economy. I mean, look, it's great if it goes to Future Motion, some of it, but let's. I don't know. What am I supposed to say? Like $1,200 is gonna make a difference.
Spend it for sure, but keep your bills in line.
Belly, what is your favorite food to stay home and make?
Chili.
Chili?
Yeah.
Take us through your chili.
Huh?
Take us through your chili. I know not the exact ingredients,
so
but
usually
just a quick one.
so I usually put a lot of I put all kinds of meats in there. Usually I put half of ground beef, half of like a stew beef in there for some bigger chunks, kind of like a Texas chili. I usually put it pretty spicy, decent amount of cayenne pepper and all the average stuff you put in a chili. My secret ingredient, which isn't really a secret because I tell everyone, definitely you should try it. I usually use just Jack Daniels, but a shot or two of Jack Daniels to top off and then let it stew, and it gives it a great smoky flavor that leaves it on your tongue. And I've won 3 chili cook-offs in a row before the end of before I got out of the office life, and chili cook-offs aren't a big thing at bars.
Well, speaking of that, Nate Spuick from Forged, who sponsored and had that whole idea for that group ride, way to go. Check out his channel, Fordged. Great job co-hosting as well. What's your favorite hot sauce?
Right now, all the hot sauces I have from Jamie T. I mean, the peri peri, I've been crushing.
Nice.
The peri peri sauce. I'm probably halfway through the bottle already. But the death sauce that he made the last time, that I got from Float Life Fest, man, that sauce is killer. I'd say the death sauce is probably one of my favorites all time. And then Cholula is the go-to as well.
What? Good. All right. Just making sure you were sane. What happened to Babyface Belly from Billy Naff?
Well, it's actually been exactly a month since I shaved.
That's impressive.
Yeah, it's getting there. I'm still shaving like the top parts out. They're a little fuzzy right now, but yeah, everything else has just kind of been growing in. Pretty easy. Weird.
Well, it's good to see you, man. I miss you over here. I can't wait to
Actually, I stole it from my chest hair and put it on my face.
Okay. Get out of here. It was fun yesterday, but Belly and I got a chance to interview. I don't know are we allowed to say it? Maybe we just put the cat out of the bag, but we interviewed with OneWheel.pro. They did a story on us, and it was really fun to just kind of sit here. And it was weird because we're used to being the ones asking the questions. So having the questions asked to us was a lot of fun, and I think that's going to drop sometime soon. If you haven't gone over to that, OneWheel.pro is the website, and there's just good stuff over there. Not just because they did something on us that's going to come out soon, but we really enjoy.
Highlight great riders and highlight great community. They're a good spot to stop. And also, we need to give a birthday shout out to our friend Vito out there. He's one of the best guys we know, and happy birthday, Vito. We hope you had a great day yesterday, and hope you have a continually great week and month and year, and stay healthy. Best to you, brother.
Shout out to Vito. In fact, birthday shots for Vito. He deserves it. Let's go. Tip him up for Vito, wow. Folks. Hey, man, I need a beer. We're not messing around. This is quarantine life, all right? Where do I have to go today? And if you're with me, I'm not saying become a degenerate, but birthday shots for Vito? We'll wait for Belly. While we're waiting for him, if you'd like to support what we do, patreon.com/TTR Studios LLC. We've been doing a weekly patrons.
Gin. I'm not taking a shot of gin.
Oh, we have a weekly patrons only podcast that we do. Maddie Potts has been joining us. That was fun.
Yeah.
Oh, just thinking about it. Are we doing it? To Vito. Here's to passing out around 3 p.m. for a nap, Belly. That's about how it goes. So, you've been riding for miles, and I have a bunch of stuff to get to. You can see the screen. Can I just get some of your thoughts on some of the things I wanted to show the people that Clyde saved for us?
Sure.
So, all right, let's do this. Check this out if I can. I'll go here. Get this out of here. There's a lot of buttons, man. I really miss you in the studio. Like this show,
It's hard when you're by yourself, for sure.
It's just a lot.
I can't imagine what you were doing during the group ride with like muting people. And
I can tell you what I was doing. I was freaking the bleep out. All right. Trying to hold it together, but like people were like, why aren't you admitting somebody into the room? And I was like, dude, it's refreshing every 3 seconds. I can't. We'll fix it for the next one where there won't be a waiting room. I do apologize that, we would love to have, look, the one thing that Nate and I and Lyle were talking about is like, the one thing we didn't want to do was put out a shitty product, because there's something that this logo stands for, and I know so does Forged. We're not going to do something shitty. We do make things feel like it's very loose around here, but that's by design. And we didn't want to put out a crappy product, so I didn't want to go into it. We did a whole bunch of test runs before that, but I'm not gonna sit here and say we were perfect from the beginning. We were learning as it went. Some of the riders were giving us ideas. Hey, you don't have to click on their square; just type their name in the search bar. And it was like, yeah. But when you're doing it all a mile a minute, I had blinders on. I didn't even see a search bar. So thank you to everybody who helped us make that something cool. And I honestly think what's going to happen with that is that we're going to just whittle away and make that a refined process. Like that needs to be a thing where we do, once a month, where's everybody at? Once every now and then. But that needs to be something that we do again. And I'd like to get Future Motion in on it. I think that'd be cool. They should join. Belly?
Agreed.
Okay, very good.
Show me. I'm all for it.
All right, cool. So,
and the first time you do things, there's going to be times where you learn something new.
Yeah, but everybody was super supportive. Like this guy. Okay. Now, I'm going to read the caption to you before we show you what he's talking about, Belly, and everybody in the social media lounge. It says, whenever I see someone on one of these, I like to imagine that they started out with a much larger vehicle and then their journey has been riddled with mishaps.
Oh, that's cold-blooded. Cold-blooded.
It took me a second, and then I started picturing what they're talking about. Whenever I see someone on one of these, I like to imagine they started out with a much larger vehicle, and their journey has just been riddled with mishaps. Things are just falling off as he's riding, and he's left with nothing but a wheel.
That is funny.
Very good. Thank you, sir.
Wheels,
Who is that?
Even 4.
Blake Wagner. Look, the electric unicycle is awesome. It's a lot of fun.
All that's left of my motorcycle.
You see what I'm saying? Like, can't you just picture like a transformer falling apart, and that's all that's left? That's great. All right, what else is in the saved videos, Clyde? This is pretty cool. This is from Justin Lewis from 8 to 10, folks. I know you want it. I know you need it. You need more of it in your life, so put it on your sidekicks, your trail, your side rails. Wow, let's try that again. I know you want it. I know you need it. So put them on your rails. It's Carol fucking Baskin, folks. Did you see this from 8 to 10, Justin Lewis? How great is that?
Oh, man, the Tiger King strikes again.
I mean, it's just ridiculous. How many times in the past, 6 months have you thought to yourself, are we living in the movie... what's the movie that I'm thinking of where they put Gatorade on the crops?
Idiocracy.
Thank you. Yes. Is that happening? Where are we? What is happening right now?
It has what plants crave. It's
the
Mondo,
electrolytes?
okay?
Yes, very good. So there's that. Very good, Carol Baskin. Thank you for coming by. Justin Lewis, by the way, 8 to 10 is the name of his business, and he makes a lot of cool stuff. Ass Glass.
But it has electrolytes.
And he also has electrolytes. What else is going on? Okay, Belly, I got stuff from Bart Miller. You want to see that?
Of course.
All right,
always.
So who is Bart Miller to you?
Bart's one of my favorite people.
Just a word association. One word. When I say Bart Miller, you say what?
Let's see. Fun is the first word I think of.
If you guys are trying to hear from or see Belly, I can't do the videos and Belly at the same time, so he's kind of behind the scenes right now. Bart Miller equals fun?
Fun.
I think he's got an attitude that exudes fun.
I'm guessing Bud Light is a popular option from what I see in the social media lounge.
But everybody says Bud Light. Emily Jakes, by the way, can we take a shot for her? Can we do that? We're going to take a quick shot for Emily Jake's belly. Let's splash around a little bit. Because every time I've had a movie reference, last week it was Donnie Darko, she has been on point. Like, calling me out. Come on, man. It's Donnie Darko. Come on, man. It's Idiocracy.
Know your movies, guy.
Happy birthday, Emily Jakes.
Is it her birthday?
No. So.
Have you watched any movies that you, like, maybe an older movie that everyone's seen that you haven't seen? Have you decided to watch?
Over this break, you mean?
Yeah.
I've gotten into Ozark. Now I want a boat.
Now you want a boat? No, don't get a boat.
I want a boat in the lake house, man.
Don't get a boat. Well, if you're going to get a lake house, you got to get a boat. But
Yeah,
still.
so an old movie? What is something?
Like, have you seen Star Wars?
I don't do that. I don't think I've ever seen Star Wars.
You should.
Okay, moving on. So Bart Miller equals fun. Have you watched anything old? What have you been watching lately? What's an old movie that you've watched lately?
Literally all the movies I ever watched. I watched, so Amazon Prime just dropped a new movie called Double Dragon. I don't know if anyone's ever seen that movie, but it's an old movie.
Like the video game?
No, well, it's a video game as well, but there is a movie about those two, and the guy from Party of Five is in it, and Alyssa Milano's in it, and it's just a really bad movie, but man, it brings up all the nostalgic feels.
It's funny.
I watched that movie a couple times. So
It's funny how you'll give things a pass right now in quarantine mode because it's like, I just need anything. So
you can't deal with me watching Double Dragon sometimes. Sorry.
All right, so
can't have me at my best.
Bart Miller equals fun. Very good. I don't know which one to play first. Do I play him falling or do I play him doing something awesome? Which one do you want first, Belly?
Falling.
You want him falling first. All right, we can do this. This is Bart Miller, fully sent.
This looks like one of those older videos.
Belly's down.
He looked first, at least.
I wish, for some reason, the volume's not coming through. If you could hear him say it right now, what he's saying is nothing that is worth it isn't worth trying, or nothing that is fun isn't worth trying once. And let's watch that one more time. They're going, what do we do? I'm just going to narrate. He goes, are you going to do it?
Says, look before you leap. He looked.
He goes, yeah, I'm just going to go down it. And he goes, you sure?
And he's fully padded up.
And he has a Bud Light. No problem. Bud Light, fine. Yeah, I'm good. Okay, I'm down.
Is the Bud Light fine, though?
Here, Belly, let's be quiet for 1 second. Anything worth doing is worth fucking trying once. That's right. So.
That's right.
Very good, Bart. Thank you, sir. Let's get out of here. Come over to you, and let's see him now do something awesome, which is 52 stairs at once. That's right. All right. So I've never done this, and if you'll. What's tough about doing multiple stairs is that your front foot starts to walk, and you'll see it towards the end.
This is not Bart Miller.
Yeah.
No.
Yeah.
At Penn State University?
Yeah.
It doesn't. What?
Bart Miller hits 52 stairs
him?
on a curb. Yeah.
That's him.
Watch his front foot start to go. You see how it's starting to go to the side. He's losing it, and that happens. And he's just got that balance, man. He's ready to go.
Hey. Those look like a John Stock stairs. John Stock would be sending it down those stairs nonstop, I feel like.
Oh, John Stock would have no problem with that. He's a crazy man. For somebody who's like hobbled and who's just like, he's like, if you see John Stock just walking in a grocery store, he'll be like,
did you see John Stock's video where he's videoing a roof of a building?
I know, that's what I'm getting to. But if you see him in a grocery store,
go on this roof, and I want to go over it, and then I want to jump off the building. I'm John Stock, and this is your message for today.
Exactly.
That is the pure John Stock. I was watching that and laughing my ass off.
That's why we love him so much, because if you see him in a grocery store, he's hobbled over like he can't even get off the couch, and then he's on his one wheel, and he's like, let's go jump off the roof. It's fantastic. Belly, that's all I've got from the saved videos. So that is it for that. I just want to say real quick, thank you to everybody in the social media lounge. Bud Light in hand, love it. Damn, the bad audio is bunk. Too bad the audio is bunk. I agree, Chase. Two Girls, One Wheel. I rewatched Zach and Miri make a porno. because it was filmed in my hometown. So cool, and I haven't seen it in years.
That is funny. Now, do you go to, I want to know, does she go to that donut shop that they used on a regular, or that breakfast like coffee shop they used on a regular basis?
Let's see if we can get her to call in right now. Jackie, can you call in right now? 571-354. Jackie, call that number.
You go to that coffee shop and you're like, this is where they made Zach and Miri make a porno.
Jackie, call the number right now. We need to talk about this. Let's go. If it was in your hometown, I want to know. We've had Wendy Peppercorn on the show so far. I've got things happening.
By the way, I'm wearing a Sandlot shirt right now, man.
Are you?
You're
Let me see this.
Smalls.
Very good.
You were killing me when you weren't showing when you weren't full screening that video with the blocks.
With the blocks?
With the black box. The blocks.
Yes. Jackie,
Hello.
Two Girls, One Wheel is on the show. Hi, Jackie.
Did you go to that coffee shop
Hi.
where they shot Zach and Miri make a porno?
I've not been to that coffee shop, but my friend used to work at the tanning salon, like right next door. Like if you look in the shopping center, they'll show there's like a tanning place right next door. I don't even know if that's still a coffee shop or not, but yeah.
Was it ever a coffee shop, or did they just make that for the movie? It was probably some vacant space.
No, I think it was a coffee shop. I forget which one though. Like it was a chain one, so I don't know how they managed to get that, like Caribou or something like that.
Now, Jackie, you were one of the people in the original scene of this show. You were social distancing with your girl Jen, with the heart in the middle that somebody took and made a cool little pixel loop. So, are you riding these days? You're in Pittsburgh. Show us your life. Tell us how it is up in your neck in the woods.
I'm riding. I ride around my neighborhood maybe like every other day or so, but definitely not as much as I want to. It sucks not to be able to have any group rides, but...
We saw you on the virtual group ride.
Yes, I did do that. I hopped on that kind of late, too. I've been late to everything lately, man. It's not like,
Well, you and Jen are busy people taking care of the world, so we appreciate what you're doing out there, doing all you can, especially Jen out there on the front lines.
Yeah, definitely. She's definitely working a lot harder than I am, but I don't know. Yeah.
Well, so I have something for you. I know that a lot of our riders enjoy taking safety breaks, and because of that, they're really happy that it's the entire month of 420. Has everybody realized that it's April 2020? So it's 420 for the entire month. So something funny about that, and I wouldn't put this out there, but this was a public post that I had seen. Jackie, with Two Girls, One Wheel, instead of celebrating like you would imagine on 420 or in that month, bought $420 worth of alcohol for the for the quarantine.
That I did, yes.
So I want to know how much of that is left.
Not much.
There's nothing wrong with that. We're all in the same boat, man. We are all in the same boat. I did the same thing. I was like, get me some 1800, buy me some stuff, some stuff to stock.
Let me tell you, the most runs I've gone on my one wheel are beer runs.
Yeah, so
just a quick
Pennsylvania's
curbside stop.
been really, really strict with like the closing of the liquor stores and everything, and then there was a panic that they were going to close the beer distributors. So Jen and I ran out to the beer distributor and bought $420 worth of beer. So there's like 2 cases of Michelob Ultra, 2 cases of Miller Lite, and like half a case of White Claw left from that.
No Trulies?
No,
hey, White Claw
Claws,
is
yeah.
Truly.
Okay,
same
it's all
thing.
the same thing.
Yeah.
Well, we're glad to hear from you. We're glad. I mean, you guys are all safe and healthy up there, right?
Yeah, for sure. We're, trying to stay busy, so.
Well, say hi to the Pittsburgh Riders for us. We do appreciate you. And if you ever go back to that donut shop, you got to get us one.
Yeah, I'm so sad. I'll be in D.C. on Thursday, and I'm literally tomorrow, so sad that I don't get to ride with you guys.
Yeah, wait a minute.
Next time.
This is me where I'm like, can we do like a social distancing ride? No. I just said this 20 minutes ago in the PSA. Just hold strong. All right, we'll see you soon,
And you just
Jackie.
turned down Nate for the same
I did. I apologize. All right, Jackie, be good.
Yeah.
We miss you.
All right, miss you too. Bye.
There she goes, folks. Jackie from Two Girls, One Wheel. Belly over there. Just crushing. So I have some good news that we can toast. Did you just finish it? Oh damn! I was gonna toast.
There.
I was gonna
I'll
toast.
take a shot at the backwash.
Before I toast, the WO&D Trail, Belly, is a trail that we've talked about a lot since I've moved here because it's right outside my apartment complex. But it's the trail that it goes from West Virginia all the way up across Virginia through Maryland, I believe, and then up to Pennsylvania, right?
Yeah, it's not the W&D Trail once it's...
it changes names. Around us, it's the W&D Trail.
But it's like a 40-mile trail.
At least. Oh, my God. It's like 100 and something. Yeah. I mean, if you take it up you could take it up to Pittsburgh. It's like 300 miles. But ours in Virginia is 40. So next to it, on the side of it, it's a horse track. Can you explain the horse track to people?
So what the W&D Trail was a old railroad that used to run through that long stretch to obviously transfer supplies back in the 1800s and whatnot, and stuff like that. The horse trail that's on the side of it, there is about 70% stretch, maybe even like 85% stretch of the W&D Trail that has a gravel-ish
single
path.
Track. It's a single
on
track.
the side of it. Meant for horses to ride your horses on down and up and down the trail for that long in those miles.
It's literally a single track for one wheels, if you can think of it that way. I want to see if I can get a picture of it. WO&D Trail horse track. Let's see if we can.
When you don't go to studio mode.
Oh, sorry everyone. Yeah, Belly. Yeah, that's my bad. My bad. Damn it. That's on me. All right, so I'll show you a couple of these. So this is the WO&D Trail. Oh, now I'm in
and there are some portions where obviously it's only the paved track.
Do you see
a lot of
the horse?
track does have a horse trail next to it. W-O-N-O.
So you can kind of see it in this one that's on the top right, where this horse is on this trail that's next to the path. And a lot of times it's very close to the bike path. But a lot of times they'll split off and they'll go two very separate routes. They're going to meet up at the end, but it's like they're going to go over a ravine very differently. And it's only a single track that's the width of a wheel. And I have just
sometimes the ones that are next to my house are actually like full pass.
Yeah, but but I'm telling you, then it'll go down to a single track, and you got to get seriously technical. And I mean, I don't know. I'm just in love with my one wheel right now. I don't know what would I do without this thing. I would just be miserable. I mean, I would probably be on a bicycle or something and thinking I was happy. But I just want to take my friends who snowboard and won't try this and just shake them and just be like, why? Why? What do you have against the idea of being able to snowboard all day, everywhere, anytime, in good weather, in shorts? Belly, is there a reason not to try one?
No, especially if you have the opportunity to try one. I just took the survey for Future Motion, and one of the questions they asked on the survey was if you should, or was trying out the one wheel important to your purchase of it. And I think it was actually, like, getting the opportunity to try out and ride yours a couple times really made it obvious that it was something that I was interested in and that I was comfortable with. And I think anyone should have the opportunity to try these, and I think that's where I think One Wheel can really, and Future Motion can really expand on some of their opportunities, is hosting more clinics. Well, obviously not right now, but one of the things they can do when this is all over is start hosting clinics, not just in California, but like going out to, like, just having like a traveling van that they have, and going out to different cities and having like, hey, here's the day to try the one wheel. Come try one out. If you want to order one with us there, you can order one right there on the spot with us after you try it out. I think it's something that they could definitely benefit from.
Shout out to Super Gran. Shannon Lackey's grandma at 85 tried one, you guys. If she had better legs, she would have bought one. LMAO. I agree. Shannon Lackey, your whole family, way to go. Thank you to Haley and your husband who called in on the group ride. I just appreciate you guys tuning in every single time. I see you in the super social media lounge. So thank you guys for being here. The One Wheel Mob is going to be doing something with the float life here soon, looks like. So good on you guys. I've got One Woman, One Wheel. Anybody else been out riding alone and remember how to enjoy the wheel for its own sake without the social aspect? Man, I miss my homies. Don't get me wrong, but there's something pure about going out solo. You're right, Amanda. It's absolutely true. And, take this moment, take this time to get out there and just enjoy yourself riding alone because you might not get it for a while. Belly, get out of here. What do you got?
Nothing, man. It's great to see everyone. Hope everyone had a good day. And if I see Billy later, I'll turn him into the proper authorities.
All right, please do. Get out of here. We'll talk to you soon. Thanks for joining us, bud. For everybody here at TTR Studios, thank you guys for being here and joining us. And you can always catch the Patrons Only podcast, something extra we do at patreon.com/TTR Studios LLC. We appreciate everything that you guys do to support us. We will see you next week. Damn it, missed the post.